On the channel, one of my most anticipated figures in a long time, the Nature Boy Ric Flair WWE Ultimate Edition Series 9. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today, we've got one of my most anticipated figures of 2021, the Ultimate Edition Nature Boy Ric Flair. You guys know I love the Nature Boy. He's one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. And if it's your first time to the channel, make sure you hit the old subscription up there, turn your old notification bell on. As you guys know, we're unboxing every single wrestling figure known to man, it seems like, at this point on the channel, and a whole lot more. But the Ultimate Editions, the next step from Elites. We're familiar with the Ultimate Editions via NECA, Super 7, and Mattel is no different. These are supposed to be the defining figure of that character, is kind of the answer they should have for this, is what they're saying. Makes sense to me, I guess. And I love Ric Flair. Give me all the Ric Flair figures under the sun. Ric Flair, Terry Funk, Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper. I can never have enough of those figures. And I'm very excited to get this one. As this one was kind of teased many years ago. Ric Flair had a brief falling out with the WWE and his figures got shelved for a little bit. But I remember we got pictures of the 4 fingers for the 4 Horsemen. We're finally getting those here now. There's a lot to like about this one. We get the title belt, of course. You get a robe, extra head. It is Ultimate. You get extra hands. So it sounds like a pretty cool package to me. I'm all in. You guys know that follow my weekly purchases videos. I did pick up 2 of these, as I do have a mint in box collection of all the Ultimates, and then a loose one, of course. And that's the one we're going to unbox right here today. And we're going to do it like we normally do it in most of our videos. We're going to talk about the packaging, unbox it, talk about it, see where it goes from there. And I got a little comparison at the end that is a little interesting. A figure I've had for a couple of years that might finally have to take a back seat. We'll see how it goes, but stay tuned for that at the end of the video. But first, let's take a look at the packaging here. We're used to these Ultimate Edition boxes by now. We got a kind of a weird angles to them. Makes them really stand out on the store shelves. As you guys know, Target is pretty much the only retailer out there you can find these at of the big ones. I know some of the grocery stores in the world, like H-E-B, do have these. Of course, Ringside Collectibles, use discount code KYLE, save yourself 10%. And then Amazon as well has had these out already as well. So these Ultimates are out there. You just got to look for them. It'll be interesting. Sometimes they clog the shelves at Target, which created some issues for a while. It seems things are back on track, so hopefully these are fairly easy to find out at retail. Definitely a cool pack. And Ric Flair, Stone Cold, that's who's in Series 9. We'll also review Stone Cold on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Those are 2 popular characters. I wouldn't think they would sit on the shelves for too long. They should move through pretty good. But very cool. We know this packaging. We've seen it before. Ultimate Edition logo here. You got the Mattel logo, the whites and the reds, the red background, the white border on the end. Really makes it kind of seem a little fancier, which it should. It's the Ultimate Edition. So there you go. On the top, we got a little Ultimate Edition logo up there. Kind of white it out with the light a little bit. Got a beautiful glamour shot of old Ric Flair on the side. WWE logo at the top. Ultimate Edition and Ric Flair on this side, of course. Bottom, you got all our fun warnings down here. We love a good warning. And then the back, look at that. You got 2 different glamour shots here. You got 1 glamour shot of the figure, and you got 1 glamour shot of actual in-ring Ric Flair. I think that is really neat. I think that's really cool. You guys know I love the back of the packaging. No need to really put Stone Cold on there. That would have been nice to have Haste also in Series 9 Stone Cold. But I see what they're doing here. It's the Ultimate. You got to just have it all Ric Flair focused on an Ultimate figure, I feel like. Got a little blurb over here of some stats and a blurb at the bottom, and we're going to read those right now. So let's see what they say. Ric Flair, 6'1", from Charlotte, North Carolina. Finisher, the figure 4 leg lock. Career highlight, 16-time world champion. Wow, look at him go. He's the stylin', profilin', limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheelin' dealin' son of a gun. He's every woman's dream and every man's nightmare. He's the one and only Nature Boy. And if you don't like it, learn to love it, because it's the best thing going today. Woo! There it is. Ric Flair. Sums it all up right there. Ric Flair we see all the time on TV. He's part of those, I don't even remember what auto insurance company it is, but he's got all those different commercials out there. So he's still hanging strong. He's still out there. See him on Twitter. He's driving boats. He's doing backflips and suplexes in the pool with Andrade. He's living it up like the Nature Boy should be doing at his age. But very cool. Packaging is the packaging. We've seen it before. A lot of people do save this packaging because you open it all up. I missed one. Let's see. Let me get my razor blade here. I missed one piece of tape. I always miss one on the end. But it opens up kind of like a shoebox, which is kind of cool for people that want to save their boxes. You just open it. Gosh, I missed another one. I always miss some tape on these, I swear, every time. But it opens up like a shoebox, like so. Or like a pack of Entenmann's donuts. And go support your local Entenmann's store. You gotta get that. So, yeah, like a box of donuts, what it opens up like. But you can pull that out. Pull it out just like that. Get the old plastic prison. And there it is. If I can learn to fold it back in properly, maybe. Come on, there it is. There it is. Fold it right back up. So you can save this box if that's your thing. For me, I already have a Min-On box one I'm saving, so I don't really need to save this. I don't think I will, but who knows. See you later. How about a little plastic prison? There's a lot to soak in here. We got an extra head. There it is. We got a robe. We got an extra head. We got a title belt. We got 2 extra sets of hands, and of course, the figure. So there's a lot going on here. A lot going on. Flair in his nice purple and pink. Long flowing white hair, blonde hair. That's the Nature Boy for sure. It's my boy. It's my boy Rick. Never forget the times as a kid watching the Horsemen. It was the first time, villains I really loved, and that was the Horsemen for me as a kid. I remember when he turned to a good guy. See you later. Obviously, the Terry Funk, Ric Flair I Quit match could be my favorite match of all time. So many memories about that actual match, what I was doing in life, sprinting home. There's a long story about that one, but get him out of the package here, maybe. Oh, his feet were buckled in. Holy cow. I'm throwing stuff around. See you later up high. Throwing these hands around. So we got 2 hands here, and the one bad thing, I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing with these hands. I know some people like to use hands from different characters on different figures and stuff. The bad thing about these Flair hands are he's got his patented tape on his pointer finger. So that's Ric Flair's hands. You got the pointer finger tape. So you can't really put this on somebody that doesn't have that. It would look kind of funny. But at the same time, these are all for Ric Flair. Ric Flair wore this. That's attention to detail, so I do like that a whole lot. Then, of course, you got the 4 Horsemen hands. How awesome is that? We've been looking for these for a long time. Once again, though, with the tape on the fingers, if you want to put these on Tully Blanchard, would it make a lot of sense? I don't know if it would, but I do like these. I would love to get more of these 4 Horsemen hands. I know sometimes the older elites, they don't peg in as well. Just some subtle changes there, but we got those hands as well, and I like that a whole lot. We got the old big gold title belt. Love it. This is one of the most iconic title belts of all time. I think there's no doubt in anybody's mind about this. You got to have this with an Ultimate Ric Flair. There's no way around it, so I'm glad that came with it. Truly, I think every Ultimate Edition figure should come with a title belt. These are the upper echelon of wrestling figures out there. All these people are champions of some kind, somewhere. They should come with a title belt. I think there's no doubt in my mind on that one. We do get Ric Flair in his patented woo head. I like this a whole lot. Early on, I'm saying right now, I'm probably going to use this woo head. It's just different enough. We've had a lot of other just plain Jane Ric Flair heads. Like this one is okay. It's kind of mid. Oh, he's got a little speck on his lip. I don't know if that'll come off. This is kind of just a mid-faced Ric Flair. But I like it. I tell you, it's got the Ultimate Edition. So the Ultimates and Elites have different body styles, as maybe we know, maybe you don't know. He does have the butterfly arms. That's fairly new to the Ultimate lineup. We don't have that in the Mattel Elite. It does look a little strange. I love it, though, extra posability and all that stuff, but it does look strange, like on the back. You look at his back, it just looks a little weird. But it is what it is. You got to do something to get that going on. But it's nice. And then you got you don't have an ab crunch with the Ultimates, which I actually prefer the Ultimate body style. The ab crunch is all right, but it does look a little strange on some figures and some body molds. I've always felt that way. So I do prefer this. I wish Mattel, instead of doing the ab crunch, would have went with this all along. Maybe that's just me. You guys tell me in the comments if you would have preferred that. But the Ultimate's got a lot of posability, as we're aware. You got the double jointed elbows on here. You got the removable hands, so you got the wrist and all that moves around. You got a bicep cut. And then you got a shoulder cut, and then you got the butterfly on top of that. Then you got a head that is removable that moves. You got the abs that move around. You got the thigh swivel. You got the double jointed knees on this one. Yes, double jointed knees on this one. I couldn't tell between the knee pads there. And then, of course, you got the boots that move, and then you got the ankles that rock. And then the other thing that sets it apart from the regular elites is you got the toe articulation. And one thing I've noticed from pictures online and then the pictures of the 4 Ultimate Edition Series 9s I have, I don't know if they got jostled around, if they had quite a rough trip over from China or wherever they came from, because everyone's toes seem to be curled in the box, which kind of looks a little weird. I mean, you're not really staring at the toes in the package, but they're definitely a bit off, I've felt. It looks a little weird with the toes curled in the package. But you got good posability here. And the nice thing about these Ultimates, too, it's not like a brand new line that you can't pose these with the Elites. You can put these with the Elites. So I love that a whole lot. I love that you can smoke and mirrors, put them together. They scale together, just like the basics, anything else. Of course, they fit on a ringside stand. They got to, right? Of course he does. Discount code Kyle saves 10%, as you guys know by now. And then you get the fabulous Robe. This is what really excited me. Mattel, Jax even. Jax did some of the best robes ever for Ric Flair. Mattel has been okay. As I look over to the side of kind of what I got going on over there. I got a lot of third-party robes with Mattel that I've bought over the years. How about this? So I gave a little Easter egg at the beginning. I already have a pink robe Flair in my collection. I bought a double set of that 4 Horsemen box set pack, and I used this Flair in here. But I got a third-party, Ralph's clothing. You guys look it up. It's Ralph's. It spells just like Ralph's. Probably one of the OG figure customizers of shirts and robes and stuff like that. Still going today. Very slow, though. It comes from, I believe, like the Philippines or something like that is where the product comes from if you order it. But well worth it. The quality is fabulous on these. So we're going to finally have another robe to go here. And these are different enough. They're very similar, but they are different. So different colors. This one's a little bit more purple. This is more of a bright pink. This one's got a lot more fur to it. This one's got a little bit going on. I was worried that it would be an identical copy of that robe, and it's totally different, really. I mean, the Nature Boy, you got the Nature Boy on the back of this robe. You got just Ric Flair on the back of this one. So it's really cool. I love the more robes, the better. Just like Ultimate Warrior and all of his different face paints. I'd love every face paint, every article of clothing, incarnation of Ultimate Warrior. Ric Flair's no different. I'd love the same. I'd love to see every single robe Ric Flair wore throughout the years. Put him in lines and put him as the chase variant and just give us a different robe with the same figure. I'd be okay with that because the robe covers up a lot of the figure anyways. I just want the robes. Get us all the robes under the sun for the old Nature Boy. Hook us up. Let's make that happen. I'm going to put this robe on him right now. It's like dressing my dolls. I was helping my youngest, Emma, today put a Princess Leia doll outfit back together on a Barbie doll Princess Leia. Now I feel like I'm doing kind of the same thing here with this Ric Flair, but you know, that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to step it up and get them out. And there it is. Can I get it on? Nature Boy. I mean, it's a solid robe, guys. Solid robe. I need to get my wife down here to tie the robe. She always ties these the best. She's an expert at tying these things. I always kind of give it one little loop. I can barely tie my own shoes, let alone somebody else's. That'll be good enough for now. I'm not going to take all the time. I'll get it nice for the glamour shots, though. Yeah, that's Ric Flair. I mean, come on. You guys that were fans of the 80s wrestling all the way up to the 2000s. I mean, we all know Ric Flair. If you don't know Ric Flair, definite 100% Mount Rushmore of wrestling characters of all time. One of the absolute greats, if not the greatest. There's definitely, you could argue that he's the greatest wrestler of all time, and I wouldn't fault anybody for saying that. Definitely with Terry Funk, Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair, that's my top 3 by far. The ones that gave me the most enjoyment in all my wrestling years, those 3. Absolutely love this. I love getting a Ric Flair Ultimate Edition. Like I said earlier, give me every Ric Flair you can. Give me every incarnation of robes of Ric Flair you can. Sign me up all day long. I'll buy more custom robes if I have to. And that's the fun thing with Ric Flair. Talk about toyetic. You know, he was a wrestler that people just love to hate, and that's truly Ric Flair, and I'm loving that they get this in the Ultimate Edition. Be interesting, maybe we'll get another Ultimate Edition in the future. It doesn't look like some of these leak lists, it's not going to be anytime soon, but maybe one day down the road, maybe we'll get a Ultimate Edition. They'll try to redo that defining moment or something like that as an Ultimate Edition. You never know. You never know. If there's money on the table, I guarantee you Mattel will go for it eventually, like any good business would. But tell me your thoughts. Did you pick up this Ric Flair? Did you have plans on picking it up? Is it an easy pass for you? Let me know your comments on the Ric Flair Ultimate Edition. Are you a fan of the Ultimate Editions in general? I guess would be a great question to ask. But let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn the old notification bell on. You don't want to miss a review. We're unboxing every WWE Mattel figure, the Jazzwares figures, Marvel Legends, NECA Ninja Turtles, Star Wars. Goes on for days. We're unboxing everything here on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed and see what might interest you on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed. That's what I'm saying. And then follow me on social media at SirPaul64, Twitter, yeah, and then Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and then Pro Wrestling Tees. Search Kyle Peterson, get your very own Kyle Peterson t-shirt. Be the most stylish guy or gal in your whole neighborhood, like a young Ric Flair. But for the Nature Boy Ric Flair Ultimate Edition Series 9, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.